No, no. No, 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 no. It's real bad. We gotta clean this up, because we got work to do. Behind me here is the FX16. It's been up on my quick jacks for a good long while now, and we got to finish up the suspension job on it. We have some max speeding rods, coilovers, given to us for free by Max Speeding Rods to test them out. So I'm gonna let this dog out. For God's sake, man, come on. We've been trying to get off our butts and actually make this happen for about 3 months, and we haven't done it. So now is the time, because we've got an MR2 coming in that belongs to Keegan that we need to do some work on before we race it, because our MR2 is dead. So we're going to kind of rent his, do a little work on it, and get it running right, go rip it. But first we got to bring it in here, do that work. That means we got to get this out of here. And before we do that, look at all this mess. I mean, all this stuff needs to be cleaned up, and then everything around the car needs to be done. And we should talk about a little garage organization while we're at it too. And maybe Sam will get out from under the car at some point. He really thinks we're going somewhere. I've got several things that I want to do in here for organization. There's a nice big blank spot up there on the wall that we've got a cabinet for. We've got this sucker off of the roadside, and that's going to go up for sure, because it's awesome. It's upside down right now, but it'll be a great place for more storage. So I thought, I'll bring you along. Garage and workshop organization stuff is real big out there on the Facebook and whatnot. I like the groups where they're always talking about the stuff that they're doing to organize things, and we got a few things going on here already. We need a few more things if we're going to make this a much more functional shop. So I'm just going to get to it and start cleaning, and teach you a little bit about how I clean, which is not very often. That's step one. Don't do it very often. That way when you do it, you really feel like you did something. So step one is actually trash. I'm going to gather up all the trash that I can possibly find in this space and throw it away. Trash. Tools. It's some T's. We got 2 T's so far. What's another T that we can do? Torganization. Trash, tools, and torganization. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the trash and gather all that up, and then we'll see how much I got. I'll tell you, it's the children's mess that makes me the angriest, obviously. And here's how it works. They got their own bench. I give them this bench space, but they never clean it. So the rule is, if it doesn't get cleaned, and I determine that everything in here is way too dirty at some point, I'm going to clean. And whatever looks like trash goes in the trash. That's one good thing about cleaning up after children, is that whatever they bought came in a bag, and they just threw the bag on the floor so you can pick the bag up and use it for trash. Sam's helping, but not much. Oh, God. Fishing line. If you got fishermen in your house, or fisher ladies, kids that are into fishing, you know my pain. There's fishing line everywhere. And then there's this. What the hell is this? It's a handy organizational item there. Oh, there's fly line tied to it. You'd be surprised at what a difference you can make in a space just by picking up the trash. So I think we might actually... Oh, nope. You've probably been staring at it this whole time like, pick that up, would you? And then there's tape. No good reason. On the floor. Top tip, that's 2 more T's. Put a bag in your trash can, and that way later you don't have to dump your can into the bag. I mean, it's not all going to be new advice. I think we're done with the trash section. Maybe a little more. There'll be more. Don't worry. There's always more. And we will move on to the tools section, which is just gathering all the tools that are about and placing them in a pile. See if they need cleaning, anything like that. Put them away in their proper place. All right, tool time. These kind of things, not good to have around when you have kids that just destroy stuff, because this is the ultimate in destruction right here. This guy, super duper handy. Works with DeWalt batteries, or your generic DeWalt batteries. I highly recommend ordering some Amazon generic DeWalt batteries. They work better than any official DeWalt batteries that I've ever owned. But this drop light, that's what you want to call it, camping light or whatever, look at this bad boy. Boom! 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 Triple threat. Real big light. And boy, does it ever do the job. You hang it up under the car, under a hood, whatever you need. And these are like, this is not made by DeWalt, just meant to work with the DeWalt batteries. Chinese stuff. 15, 20 bucks on Amazon. I need to get another one. They're that handy. Battery tender. Feels like we should be using that on the FX. Not mine. You want to go out that door and go potty? Well, the unfortunate reality about that door is that there's a fishing rod in front of it. You going out? Lawnmower batteries. Hammer. Okay, we're getting to the tools part. Remember the tools? That's what we're doing. We're just getting all of our tools. You're going to find more trash while you're doing this. Throw it away. Those are fun. Let me show you what I've got for stuff like this. These are little insertable wall anchors for drywall. You got a house, you got kids, even if you rent or whatever, you need a kit like this. This is your attaching stuff to the wall kit. I've got screws of all sizes. I've got some hex head self-tapper screws. I've got some weird little decking screws. I've got these drywall screw things. I got a lot of drywall anchors. Anything that you might need to attach something to the wall in your home, get one of these DeWalt boxes, or they sell them cheaper at like Harbor Freight or whatever. Put all that crap in there. Whenever you need to put something on the wall, you bring the box with you. You got everything you need. Got a lot of gloves. There's like Swiss Army knives and all manner of cutting tools everywhere for just cutting fishing line, because that's apparently all that happens in my shop anymore. Still collecting tools. Still collecting tools. Tools. Here's another top tip of the day. Borrow a manual for your Weber carburetors from Ryan, and then never give it back. Maybe I should just start making a pile of stuff I need to take back to Ryan and Kel and my dad. A lot of people are owed a lot of stuff. Collecting from the children's bench now. Some of these tools may or may not be mine. I gotta walk around the FX and pick up some tools there. So you can see these Max speeding rods, camber plates. They're not gonna work on the car. We're gonna have to use the stock stuff. But again, trying not to get distracted, just collecting my tools. Ratchet just hanging out over here. You can see my pile I got going here. It's pretty good. Pretty good pile. It seems like I'm really lacking light over here. Anything behind the wall, we're going to have to remedy that situation too. If we're going to do more work in here, we need a lot more light. Not just for me to work, but for you to see. I think that might be it for tools. I'm going to take another sweep around here. Here's the other deal too. You get any horizontal surface in your shop and you're going to start stacking it up with crap. This was just meant to sit here until we could put it up on the wall, and now it has tools and old stuff found inside of a 79 Mustang trunk, and an air pump, and then more of Ryan's tools right there. Anytime that you can reduce the amount of horizontal surfaces you give yourself to work on, the better you're going to be, because you're not going to stack the stuff on it. I guess what I'm trying to say is go for temporary horizontal surfaces like these tables here. These come out, you work on a project, you have all the stuff strewn about on the thing, and then when the project is done, you put it away. That's another top tip. That's another tip of the day. A TP top tube tapper of the day. So there's some impact sockets, all that tape I picked up off the floor, scissors, nippers, vices. Does this have a blade in it? Ooh, it does. Some vice grips that work, some that don't, tire puncture things, lots of little nipper guys. Like I said, most things get used to cut fishing line around here, so anything that's good for cutting ends up getting used to cut a fishing line. I'm going to figure out what goes up on that magnet. So this is readily available on Amazon. They're meant for this. It's just a tool magnet. It's really super strong. And this is kind of on the path of first order retrievability, right? Things that you need to get to right away that you don't want buried in one of these drawers. It's an Adam Savage trick. Look up first order retrievability on YouTube here. Adam Savage will tell you all about it. I mean, he didn't invent it, but that's what he calls it, and I agree with it. It's like a tool organization philosophy, right? If you hide it in a drawer, it goes in away the drawer forever and you never see it again. So Keep out the stuff that you need to use, but try to only have one of each thing. Like we got 2 bigger screwdrivers here, and all that. So we just kind of need one of each thing until the children take that one, and then we need another one, and another one, and another one. But what I'm going to do first is take from this pile everything that can go up there and should go up there, and put it up, and then we'll see what we have extras and duplicates of, and we'll resort and organize from there. So there you have it. Nice stocked magnet with all the nippers and pliers and all the things that you could possibly need at your first order of retrievability. Now, I'm going to move on to the rest of these big tools. I got a place for big tools. This is the only big tool that can't go in a drawer, but that's just because it's too big. That's the torque wrench. These are my big tool drawers. They're a bit of a mess at the moment. All your big tools get organized into your big tool drawers. And if you've got plenty of room, then organize into several drawers if you want to. Like I encourage you to. But this top drawer here is going to end up being hammering tools. Hammering, prying, chiseling, that kind of stuff. I've got my whole set of Allen heads here with a lot of little thwackers and stuff. So like there's a breaker bar. There's another lighter. This is the 3rd lighter that I've found now. We got some saws. There's a big clamp down here. I couldn't put it with the big clamp that's up here. Just putting like things together. It's not going to stay that way. We'll get to the drawers of the toolbox here in a little bit, but for right now, just know that that's where sockety stuff goes. I'm going to put this socket in there as well. Tape. All of this tape that I found. I'm going to put it all back in here and kind of hide it back in the corner so the children maybe don't find it until they watch the video, and then they'll be like, oh, tape! This big guy needs to be wiped off because he's gross. And I guess that's something that we haven't yet discussed, which is, while you're putting stuff away, if stuff is dirty, clean it. I got some 10-to-1 mixed all-purpose cleaner. That's another good tip. Buy yourself a big jug of Meguiar's all-purpose cleaner, or any kind of all-purpose cleaner thing. Not like degreaser, though this does degrease, but not like the heavy-duty stuff. That's good for other things, but this is really good all-purpose cleaner. And I mix it in spray bottles. I've got a 10-to-1 spray bottle for lighter duty cleaning and a 2-to-1 for really getting off heavy grease and stuff. But 10-to-1 is great for cleaning tools. And this is how you clean things. I don't do it enough. There we go. There's another tool for the magnet. Love a speed wrench. Now, I feel like we're on to the 3rd T in our trifecta of T's, which was, of course, parts. We had trash, tools, parts, the 3rd T. I don't know what I'm doing with parts at the moment, if I'm honest. Gathering, maybe? Let's gather. Here's some stuff. Oh, yeah, this is what we can do. This is part of our job that we're working on right now. These are motor mounts that I got from Nick Paul's Racing, and also looks like a thermostat and something else. I have just decided that this drawer on this side is going to be my parts drawer. I think it's normally my towel drawer, but we're going to make it the parts drawer because I don't really have another good place for parts over here for right now, and I need to stash some stuff. And it goes just to get it out of the way. That's honestly just the way sometimes. You just got to stash it and hide it away. Hopefully you remember where you put it later. This is what I'm working on next, so I'm just going to leave it. Those parts there. This guy, he can go in here. These extra nuts, I got an idea. Tip number 74 for the day, wipe your bench. Wipe it on the floor. Come back with the vacuum later. Or if you've got an appropriate floor, you can maybe just leaf blow it. Grab this, dump a bunch of stuff off to the back underneath that, sweep it underneath there. Clean like a man, even if you're a lady. Clean like a man. It's all going to get dirty again. There's some schmutz on there, grease and whatever. That's where you break out the old 10-to-1 again. Spray it right into the electrical stuff back there. And now you got a pretty clean place to work. It ain't perfect, but it never will be. And right now it feels pretty good. Tip number 42. Let's talk about the toolbox. So this toolbox is a grab and go, take it with us tools. This is just the stuff that we need to have over here to get the job done when we're just doing oil changes or brake jobs or whatever on the daily drivers. But we're also going to do some longer term work in here. So I got to kit this out the right way and make it decent for all things. Now, the top, if you've got one of these little Craftsman or otherwise toolboxes, the top always ends up being your catch-all for, you know, everything that doesn't fit anywhere. What I'm going to do here is just try to add some organization to this, make it seem like everything has a place, which it doesn't. I would love to have a toolbox where everything does have a place. Yes, I've been looking for those. Jesus. And but yeah, I want to make grab and go kind of first order retrievability stuff up here, and then in here all of our wrenches, most metric because, you know, Toyotas, and make them have some sort of order. Just make sure that we have one of everything. In here is sockets and ratchets, and just need to add some order to this too. And I'll do all that and clean stuff as I go, and I'll come back and show you what I did. All right, here's how it finishes up. Don't look at that. We're just looking at this right now. Just getting the bench ready. The children will focus on this actually this evening, and I'll clean some more of that stuff up, and then we'll be ready to work. But for right now, we got it going pretty good over here. I got all my tools back up there. Let's take a look in here. Some screwdrivers, a few pair of pliers, measuring tools, cutting tools, drawing tools on this cool little grid thing that I have, anything that's for marking, glasses, Honda turbo van in here. Haven't touched it. Wrenches of all shapes and sizes, mostly metric. 3/8 and 1/2 inch drive sockets. Not very well organized, missing some of my things on the what's it, but you know what? I got everything that I need to work with, and that's good. This is an invaluable tool. Put it on your impact driver and you know, give them hell. But we got plenty of sockets for impact drivers, impact wrenches, and then in here I've got Allen wrenches. I got some clamping tools, some brake line tools. Not sure why I have so many. I don't really need all of these. Could probably just leave one, you know, up here or something like that. And then over here, I decided to put some spare parts. I took all of the little nuts and bolts that I found in here, which I, you know, might find useful at some point. So I put them in this little container that I stole from the cabinet inside in the kitchen. The lady will not be happy, but that's okay. It's good use. That's just assorted stuff that I might need. And then, of course, all my chemicals. There's a Nature Valley protein bar in there in case you get hungry, which you do get hungry sometimes. A few clamps. I need some more smaller clamps in here. I kind of want to make a parts area along with the Allen wrench area. So I think that's what this drawer is really all about. Parts and consumables, right? Anyway, I think that's going to do it for this time. I mean, that's just a little bit about, you know, organizing your bench and getting things good to go for your next project, which is essential when you're, you know, getting ready to go. Keep it clean while you go. I don't do that very well, but, you know, if you can't, then you can clean up when you can clean up, and that's what we've done. Now, we're going to get on to this and get the suspension done, get that max speeding rods coilover set on the car, see how low it is, how bangy and crashy it is, and then get this thing out of here and pull in a beautiful blue MR2 so we can take it racing here in a couple of weeks. That's what we're going to do for you. Go out and find your own Apex, because it is better late than never. I will see you some other time.